5th preseason game. Here is Trey.
Atlanta Hawks, Philadelphia 76ers, preseason action, State Farm Arena. Let's get into it.
For Philadelphia.
So this is the game that Paul George gets injured in, and I do want to discuss that in great detail, y'all. But for now, we're just going to enjoy some preseason action as we get closer and closer towards the end of the preseason. Almost regular season time, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have to struggle through much more of this abysmal preseason basketball that we get often nights here. As George nails the three. Looks good right there. No Joel Embiid. Remember, we talked about this on the platform yesterday. It does appear that Embiid's preseason career is done forever, which is crazy to say that about a man that I don't even think's 30 years of age yet. George with the turnover. Johnson, one of the most athletic dudes in the league. I would be excited to see if he takes his game to the next level this year. He's got the game to be a guy that could average 20 points in this league for sure.
Picks up on the pick and roll action. That's a pass. Capella.
Clint Capella still holding on. Clint Capella that collected a lot of paychecks in his day. Tyrese Maxey rocking the braids.
Oh, man.
Fading away.
26 points
it's good. 13-12 Atlanta. What are your expectations for the Hawks this year? Had the number 1 overall pick.
You give him an opportunity to get too far down the lane where he can throw
let's see some of them from him. Speaking of,
by the Hawks.
Daniels. Nice
that's Daniels
pass.
right there. Sorry.
A little pocket pass from Kobe Buffkin, laying good for Maxey.
I don't think he's playing in this one, actually.
Minnesota preseason game Friday
the
night
Frenchman.
Des Moines had 15
George,
rebounds.
Crossover. Pulling up on Bogey. That looks
George.
incredible.
Ricochet loads up.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Nance Jr. comes away with it. He's in for Clint in the middle.
Number 1 overall pick.
Ricochet right to the glass.
Oh, nice.
Good bucket.
Trey's pass. Somebody's foot. Maxey has it. And
Hello,
Martin
Maxey. Martin, nice pickup there from Miami is Martin.
Hitting an opportunity in Philly. Hawks turn him over.
Trey Young. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Get out of the way, Rook. Oh. Now, come on, Uber. You got to lob him up now. That was an exciting first quarter to be a preseason game.
5 on the shot clock. From the wing.
It's really tough to even look at Philadelphia because their offense is just obviously so much more slower pace with Embiid in the lineup. Everything runs through the big fella, so this is kind of like a false little tease here. Kyle Lowry, maybe his final year, maybe. We'll see.
Martin, and now Lowry gets a lay-in.
We'll see.
Under the basket, why are you passing it?
So George is out here. I think he gets injured soon here, as Bogey's going to line up and nail a three. I think we're closing in on the Paul George injury that I want to discuss. I know he injured his knee, but I want to talk about that a little more here. I want to see it as Martin lines up a three and knocks it down.
Trey whips the pass to the corner, and
Bogey's feeling it in this one. Ooh, Martin crossover. I thought Drummond was about to line it up. Andre Drummond will shoot threes in the preseason, by the way. Lowry, oh, beautiful dime.
And the lay-in.
Philadelphia like 8-9 deep. Legit, though.
Kobe, that he can do.
Is PG already out of the game?
Off the bench and, keeping that
Did the injury already happen?
Maxey.
Oh, go get it, Drummond.
Nicely done. 40. Drummond's 7th rebound.
Maxey.
Hawks at 42%. Sixers.
Is George over on the bench? I don't even see him.
Maxey. Nothing but net from the wing.
Bruh.
Daniels out of the double
Get him,
team.
Rook.
Ricochet lays it in.
Good footwork. He's so thin, though. Trey Young, speaking of thin.
Trey scoops it up with the left hand.
So I like Trey Young. I also go to a lot of Atlanta Hawks games. And, Trey doesn't get a lot of love. But say what you want, this dude is a hooper. So George is already out of the game. We're in the second half here. Man. Bro, I am so fucking tired of the NBA shortchanging these highlights by not showing things like injuries and missed shots unless a mate comes behind. I'm so fucking tired of that, bro. That pisses me off, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even curse on camera that often. As a matter of fact, if I'm being honest with y'all, I try my best to never curse on the basketball channel. I'm trying my best. I'm going to do better. I won't be cursing by regular season, hopefully. I'm so tired of this, bro. But this just pisses me off, bro. I'm so tired of the NBA shortchanging these highlights. I mean, look at us right now. You're tapped into me. We're obviously watching this preseason game, meaningless preseason game, for one reason. The only thing that come out of this game meaningful is Paul George got hurt. He hyperextended his knee. He's week to week. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video, but I forgot that I'm talking about the NBA. I've been watching so many damn NFL highlights on YouTube for all the games that I missed. I forgot that the NFL, which obviously knows they got a great product, right? The NFL's not tripping over showing injuries because they know it's a part of the game. If somebody goes down, you, the viewer, are going to want to know what happened in the game. Well, it's kind of tough to watch the Buffalo Bills play football if freaking Josh Allen got hurt and you're looking around and you see a backup quarterback in the game. Obviously, you're going to say, what the hell happened to Josh Allen? If Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes go down in a game and you see the freaking Cincinnati Bengals win even, or the Kansas City Chiefs pull out a win, you're going to want to know still what happened to your guy. The NBA is the one sport that I believe, and I'm not in contract with the NBA right now, so I could probably be a little more honest than I have been in years past. I'll talk about Paul George in a second, but thank you so much for listening to me vent right now. I'm sorry, because I'm pissed about what I just saw or didn't see. The NBA is the one sport that tries to hide. I feel like they're trying to hide the realities of their product. The reality is injuries are a big part of the game. You want to know what I'm talking about with my friends? When we're talking hoops, a lot of times I'm saying, yeah, if so-and-so stay healthy, I like their chances. If so-and-so stay healthy, if he don't get hurt, like if Kawhi Leonard is available, yeah, the Clippers got a chance. If so-and-so doesn't go down, yeah, they got a chance. If Ben Simmons, bro, injuries are a huge part of the NBA. Some would say damn near even more important than in the NFL. I hate that the NBA doesn't show you the reality. How can you show me a game in which we're watching this highlight, you're tapped into me, I'm trying to deliver the best product to y'all. How can you show me a highlight and there's no Paul George getting hurt? Like we're watching a freaking preseason game. Like nothing else matters but a Paul George injury. And y'all got to think, I'm somebody that used to cut highlights at ESPN. So I know exactly how to cut highlights. I know how that process works to a T. Bro, you can incorporate a serious injury of a star in your highlight. I don't need to know if freaking the 10th guy on the bench gets hurt. I didn't need to see a Clint Capella injury in that highlight. But sorry, I need to see if a guy like Paul George goes down with an injury. Sorry, y'all. That just pissed me off, bro. Bro, that pisses me off, dog. How can you not show something that's the most important storyline of the game? And like how? But anywho, I wanted to discuss Paul George's injury because I've seen on the platform of late, the growing fan base of Paul George continues to get at me in the comment section and let me know Paul George is better than guys like DeMar DeRozan. For those who are not aware, I said if I can get DeMar DeRozan at $30 million a season versus getting Paul George at what he's making right now with Philadelphia, which is $50 million per year, I don't know who's better between George and DeRozan. I think it's very close, a lot closer than a lot of Paul George fans think. But even if you do think Paul George is slightly better than DeMar DeRozan, which I don't even know if I'm there, you for damn sure don't think he's $20 million more better than DeRozan. I mean, if I'm doing some quick math here, what is that, 40% more of salary? Like, what are we talking about here? There's no way you think George is 40% better than DeMar DeRozan. And that's essentially what's happening right now with his salaries. Was it 4 out of 5? Oh, it's 3. Yeah, 3 out of 5. Yeah, so it's 40% more in salary. Come on, dog. There's no way you think that. There's no way you think that. And again, one of the things I brought up to a couple of fans in the comment section was, yo, Paul George always gets hurt. That's a big piece to his story. NBA that doesn't want to show a Paul George injury. And I love the NBA. Y'all know I love the NBA, but that just frustrates me from time to time. I love the NBA. I had a great partnership with Ree in the NBA, but I had to put that out there because that just frustrates the heck out of me. Anywho, though, how can you not discuss the Paul George injuries? DeMar DeRozan's going to give me 65 games a year, even at the back end of his prime, right? George in the preseason, coming off what people will believe to be an injury-prone run with the Clippers, he's already hurt. Now, Shams Charania is reporting it's just a hyperextended knee, and he'll be fine. But I've heard that before. Sometimes George is fine, sometimes he's not. And by the way, with the news that Joel Embiid is no longer playing back-to-backs, y'all know why that's out there. Y'all know why Philadelphia put that out there. Because Joel Embiid is going to need Tyrese Maxey and Paul George to carry a huge burden of the regular season games so he can stay healthy, make it through, and hopefully Philadelphia be a top 4 seed so they can make some noise out east with a healthy Joel Embiid. Are we sure that George at this point in his career is capable of toting the load of being the second star often nights, either with Joel Embiid playing or the second star with Joel Embiid not playing? Right? Because you pay Paul George $50 million. I know Tyrese Maxey, to me, is the better player between him and George today. But I do believe, knowing Tyrese's game, there's a good chance he defers a lot to try to get George involved off some down set, some pick and roll, some pick and pop action, some down screens with the center, whoever's playing center at the time. So I do believe there's a world where Maxey allows George to be option number 2, at least from a shots per game perspective. But again, I'm asking the question, is George even at the point in his career where he could be that? Because Kawhi Leonard was so hurt for the Clippers so much, we couldn't even get into the conversations of games missed by Paul George. Couldn't even have those conversations. Now, George, was available more times than not when it came around to the postseason, but he did have a blunder. Remember year before last when Kawhi went down against the Phoenix Suns? Well, George was already hurt that year. We don't talk about that much. We talk about Kawhi's injury. George was going to return. But again, you talk about George. He hadn't been the healthiest star, and he's already hurt preseason Philadelphia. That's on managed minutes. Again, hyperextended knee. It looked a lot worse from what I saw on Instagram quickly. I did see a little of the injury on Instagram, and I thought I was going to see it in that highlight, but the NBA had other plans. Y'all let me know your thoughts on Paul George being better than DeMar DeRozan, according to some of the hoops pharaohs out there. That I appreciate y'all love. I just disagree with y'all on this one. That's all. We can embrace the debate. First take style. I'm out. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Ferro, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Ferro.